One Punch Man begins by introducing us to a world constantly attacked by monsters, villains, and mysterious creatures. And right at the center of this world is probably the strongest hero alive. Saitama. The episode opens with a giant monster called Vaccine Man attacking a city. Buildings are destroyed, people are running for their lives, and it looks like another massive disaster is about to happen. Then Saitama arrives. Vaccine Man explains that he was created by the Earth itself to destroy humanity because humans continue polluting the planet. He transforms into an even larger and more powerful form. But before the fight can really begin, Saitama defeats him with a single punch. And instead of celebrating, Saitama looks completely disappointed. This immediately introduces the biggest problem in his life. Saitama is too strong. We then go back 3 years into the past. At the time, Saitama was just an ordinary man looking for a job. After failing another job interview, he walks through the city feeling completely hopeless. That's when he encounters a strange crab monster named Crablante. Crablante became a monster after eating too much crab and is currently searching for a young boy with a large chin. The boy apparently drew nipples on Crablante's body while he was sleeping. At first, Saitama doesn't care. He has no job, no real purpose, and feels like his life is going nowhere. Crablante notices Saitama's empty expression and decides to let him live. Later, Saitama finds the same boy Crablante is searching for. And moments later, the monster appears. Saitama initially considers walking away. This has nothing to do with him. But something suddenly changes. Saitama remembers a dream he had as a child. He always wanted to become a hero capable of defeating villains with one punch. For the first time in years, Saitama feels excited. He decides to protect the boy and fight Crablante. The problem is that Saitama has absolutely no powers. He's just a normal human. Crablante easily throws him around and nearly kills him. But Saitama refuses to give up. He grabs one of Crablante's eye stalks and uses his tie to pull it with all his strength. Eventually, Saitama defeats the monster. And from that day forward, he decides to become a hero. Saitama begins an intense training routine. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. Every single day. He also refuses to use air conditioning during the summer or heating during the winter. Saitama continues this training for 3 years. The training is so intense that all of his hair falls out. But in exchange, Saitama becomes unbelievably powerful. Now, almost every enemy he faces dies from a single punch. At first, this sounds like the perfect power. But for Saitama, it becomes a nightmare. He became a hero because he wanted excitement. He wanted to fight powerful enemies and feel the thrill of battle. Instead, every fight ends instantly. The episode then shows us several different battles from Saitama's life. He defeats monsters without any real effort and continues searching for an opponent who can survive more than one punch. One night, Saitama finally gets exactly what he wants. An army of underground creatures called the Subterraneans attacks the surface. Unlike every enemy Saitama has faced before, these monsters are incredibly powerful. Saitama is punched through buildings. He gets injured, and for the first time in years, he actually has to fight seriously. Instead of being afraid, Saitama is excited. He tears through the Subterraneans as more and more of them attack. His heart is racing. His emotions are returning. Finally, the Subterranean King appears. Saitama prepares himself for the greatest battle of his life. And then he wakes up. The entire battle was just a dream. Saitama is back in his apartment, completely devastated. But suddenly, the ground begins shaking. A real subterranean appears outside. Saitama becomes excited again and immediately punches the creature. Unfortunately, it dies instantly. The remaining subterraneans become terrified and surrender before Saitama can fight them. Once again, Saitama is left disappointed. And that's really the main idea behind episode 1. Saitama has already achieved his dream. He became the strongest hero. But reaching the top has left him completely empty. Most anime protagonists begin weak and spend the entire story trying to become stronger. Saitama is the complete opposite. His journey begins after he has already become unbelievably powerful. The real question isn't whether Saitama can defeat his enemies. It's whether he can find something that makes him feel alive again. Episode 1 perfectly introduces Saitama's character while also making fun of traditional superhero and anime stories. Every monster arrives with a dramatic backstory. Every villain believes they're unstoppable.